Okay, so why are we here? I think I could be sitting with the Philosopher's Stone. Yeah.
Yeah?
Have you heard about Philosopher's Stone?
No, but I do know what a stone is.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what's
And
not good
it's
for.
almost like flimsy. The word.
Flimsy.
F.
Philosophy.
I think Harry,
Oh, yeah,
Harry
philosophy.
Potter 1 is Philosopher's
Wait,
Stone,
wait, one
Sorcerer's
second.
Stone.
She had a connection, and I think that is a neurodivergent thingy. That's
You
why she said
remember from...
stone feels like the word flimsy.
But she said philosopher means,
Yeah.
sounds flimsy. Philosopher,
Oh,
flimsy.
I'm sorry. Then I'm thinking at a completely different level.
Yeah, and
Okay. But you said
philosophy,
something, philosophy.
Which
means that's a
means no
problem.
worries.
Oh, no worries for the rest of your life. That's philosophy no vaakvarundu. Okay, great.
Oh, that's one.
I am holding the Philosopher's Stone. So a few days back, I saw this video, and somehow it made me feel the strong urge to buy this book. So I was called to it, and I think there is a power in receiving, because today my husband secretly gifted me this book.
Mama, you know that's the other side. I
Yeah.
can't really see.
What can you read?
Yeah, Kybalion.
Kybalion,
Yeah, but
hermetic
if you show it to
prophet,
them,
philosophy.
Yeah.
Bilaki something.
That is
No,
true.
they
It could be
understand.
Mirror, but it's called Kybalion, hermetic philosophy. 3 initiates.
Yeah.
What?
I didn't read this.
They're the publishers.
As we are the publisher.
No, we are not publishers, but yeah.
Yeah, but what 3?
Okay, wait. So I have this habit of going straight to chapter number 1. So I was about to go there, and then because I thought this was chapter number 1, and I was like, okay, this is the introduction, and I never read the introduction of a book. But then I accidentally, sorry, I missed that page. Then I accidentally fell onto this page, and I realized, oh my God, I already know what the book is about, and I'm in love with the book already, just because these are the exact first 7 sentences I read from this book, like just opened and read. And they sort of summarize everything. So I thought today we are going to explain a little bit about what we think about those 7 things are in this book.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What are the 7 things?
Yes, that's what Papa is going to read for us.
Oh, yeah? Okay. So the 7 things, first one is mentalism. In double quotes, the all is mind, the universe is mental.
Okay. So that statement, so we can analyze mentalism. What does it mean? What do you
I
think it
don't
means?
know. Mental.
Usually, I don't know why, all of a sudden the first word that came to my mind is mental, and I realized that
me
is
too.
almost and I realize it's almost a offensive term in Kerala.
No, I don't think it's Kerala. I think anybody in English language, if you say you're mental,
Oh yeah, that's true. Oh my god.
it's not in Kerala.
That
It's
is
an English
true.
thing.
But Kerala will say അവൻ മെന്റലാണ് അങ്ങനെ പറയും.
No, over here also, I think anybody would say. I mean,
Oh
there are a
my
lot of people who
God.
say that
So
you're
all
mental.
of a sudden I had this negative thing about it, and then the next word that my brain thought of was mental maths.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I used to be
Maths?
pretty good at it, but then that mental is not a bad thing. Like it's almost encouraged.
Yeah, but why would you think mental maths? I'd start mental.
Yeah,
And then I knew what
yeah,
you
but
were
my
saying.
brain already is thinking mental as that slur word, and then mental as in mental math, then
No,
mental hospital.
mental can also be said when somebody does something really extraordinary, like that is crazy, oh that is mental, you know.
Oh, that's also a very positive
But
thing. I like it.
Mama, I did not know there was 2 mental. So
There are many.
I just knew 1.
There are many. It's not synonyms. Almari too. There's an English term which talks about the same word but different meanings. I forgot the English term. Anyways,
I don't know.
if you know the English term, please put in the comments below. Okay, so we are already talking about mentalism, and that all is mind, and the universe is actually mental. So for me, it actually means all. The all is like Paramatma, the one, the God,
The us.
the yes, the us, the universe, the singularity,
The single
the
person.
matrix, the matrix,
The single thing.
yeah, whatever, that highest thing, consciousness is consciousness.
Well,
That means
but
God is actually mind.
different. So consciousness is consciousness, and consciousness is consciousness.
Yeah,
and
Dorst
then,
effect.
and then after just
If you know what Dorst effect is,
consciousness
also put it in the comments. Yes.
consciousness is
Yeah.
I'm
Exactly.
falling asleep.
Okay. So everything that we are talking about in different names, like Allah, like Brahman, or yeah, I don't know what other
Brahman.
words are. Those are mentalism.
What's
Those are all actually mind. And then here they say universe is mental, in the sense that we think universe is made up of things, right? But actually things does not exist. How do I explain this? Okay, think about the biggest thing, what is it? Elephant. I don't know why.
No, a dinosaur.
Okay, let's go dinosaur. If you go into the smallest particles in its body, I don't know, whatever the tiniest thing is, and the electrons, neutrons, protons, I'm guessing.
Cellular level and all that.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. Now go deeper. Electron level, it's a functional.
Wow.
That means it's a 1 or 0. It's a simulation. And that simulation is the brain. It is the God, and it is also us, because we are God. I don't know. Okay. Kelkan Chevelavan Kelkate.
What's that? Oh,
That actually means the thing with all this awakening is you cannot teach anybody. You need to feel it or experience it for yourself, and once you experience it, the truth is so profound that you don't need an explanation. Like you already know it. You know it, something like that. Yeah. Correspondence: as above, so below; as below, so above. This is also very fascinating. I don't know if you've seen some Facebook photos. Like, for example, they'll show lungs, and they'll show the tree structure, and they'll show I don't know, fingerprint and the tree sap, and so basically what I'm trying to say is there is already a connection between us and us and trees or nature. There's some kind of a connection, and if that connection is there, then let's say how thoughts are to us might be God is equal to universe. I'm doing that thing. Kuttu kuttu. I have always thought everything in the universe is basically fractals. More on that later. So then it's like you take the smallest thingy, it is also the largest thingy. There used to be these maths numbers. I don't know, you write 1 plus 1 plus 1 divided by plus 1. You think in a repeat pattern. I don't know, something like that. Yeah. That, if you see things like that, that's probably universe. That's
really? But what?
okay, maybe a disclaimer. You know that I have told you before also, this is what I think is right, this is what I feel is right, but you do not have to listen to me, you don't have to believe me. This is completely up to each individual. You can decide what to do for yourself. Already.
Okay.
I love you.
I have a bed.
Yes. Vibration.
But why is...
Oh, you were supposed to read it. Sorry.
Vibration. Nothing rests, everything moves, everything vibrates.
I just had a very no.
But Mama, just wait.
Yeah.
Why isn't this like made out of like the ground? You get it? Like the earth.
It is.
Yeah, I know, but why isn't it like made from like the soil and more nature things than iron and all?
Oh, instead of plastic, you mean?
Yeah.
That's a good thought. So have more. Okay, if there is an engineer out there who can invent more
Why can't
sustainable
you try?
pens,
Why can't you try?
Sustainable what?
sustainable pens, that's the idea. I think we should patent it.
Yeah, but why can't you try, Mama? You're an engineer.
That's true. I kind of forgot what kind of engineer I am, so more on that
You're
later.
at fine one.
Okay.
Why can't you become
Vibration. Vibration.
Mm.
Nothing rests, everything moves, everything vibrates. Okay, let's start at a different level, okay? Sometimes when I sleep, I'm like, so who is actually resting?
Mm-hmm.
Because I cannot say my heart is resting. My heart is probably pumping the blood.
Mm.
I cannot say my cells are resting because they are probably, I don't know, doing the thingy.
everything?
Yeah, the living whatever.
Mm.
So probably the only thing that is actually resting is our mind. And not just our mind but also our subconscious mind, I feel. Or maybe the subconscious mind is active. Or I don't know. That's when we dream. Or I don't know. I'm just talking shit now. Anyway, sorry. So basically, if you look at the cell atomic level, I know Lilla Poya, it's basically everything is vibration. That's quantum physics. Yeah, and everything moves, everything vibrates.
I have a question.
So basically, everything has a vibratory signature, so to say. You like have a barcode which is in terms of vibrations. So then I think we really should focus on the chart where we say love and above. That's our family mantra. What does it mean here?
Love and above means like there's levels of vibration,
Yeah, baby. Vibrations.
and then love is it's a close one to enlightenment,
Oh yeah.
and then love,
Mm.
and then also above love.
Mm.
So above love, I don't know. What do you remember?
I think it's joy.
Yeah, joy.
I picture enlightenment. Yeah,
peace.
yeah.
And then at the very top is enlightenment.
Oh, thank you.
Mint.
And what are the things below love which are not that great?
Scare.
Scare,
Fear is
very
one.
good.
Yeah.
Shame.
Shame.
Shame is at the very low.
So then we should have self-love. Okay.
And violence.
Oh yeah. Oh, you're amazing.
I did not say violet, okay?
Okay. Okay. Thank you, baby. Well, you're amazing. Everything moves, everything vibrates. So it's very important that people say, right, like close friends say, you don't feel so, you feel low or whatever. That's actually true. So vibrations are low.
You say vibe, I think that
Oh,
could be
I don't
vibration.
get.
The right vibe.
Yeah. Those
The
kind
right
of things,
vibration.
like even your maybe your gut receives in vibrations.
Yeah, could be.
Next next video.
Yeah, but Mama, look. People sometimes say I'm low or sometimes people say I'm high. I think only.
Yeah.
So,
That's true.
we could
That's
use
actually
that.
vibrations.
We could
So
use that.
we already have a language.
Mm.
Malayalam.
Beep.
What do you
Yeah,
mean, what
beep,
language?
T,
Like
T,
any
T,
language.
T, 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 T. Do you have language like that?
Oh, Pi language. Okay, that's what I'm
Pi.
saying.
Can you teach me? Please,
That's for later outside this. Okay,
No.
maybe? Wait, nothing rests. He also is not resting. And so that is also talking about, I feel like you can also think about flowing. There is that kind of, it's also not like moving with an intention. I wouldn't say straight line, but there is a pattern or there is a path to follow, so to say. Like there is a predetermined thingy, whatever. I don't know why I said that. Fourth one.
Polarity. So everything is dual. Everything has poles. Everything has its pair of opposites.
Wow, this one I don't know why, Boko. I felt like talking about us, and yeah, I think maybe you should leave. No, go take a bath. Can you? Bye, baby.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye bye. Bye.
Kalipan. Okay, polarity. When I read this, somehow I got reminded of us.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if I should say this. Okay, but maybe for just sake of understanding, I don't see yin and yang as bad and good. I see yin and yang as red and black, like it's contrasting. There is no bad. You cannot say hot is bad and cold is good, or you cannot say anything like that, right? It's both needed. It's complementary. So I'm going to use the term black and white, but don't attach the how do you say black and white meaning of it. It's more discreet. Okay. I got reminded of us. Like I think as a couple, when I married, I was thinking more like I'm the black sheep of the family and you're like the white saint one, whatever. But then now I know it was the opposite. But I also know exactly why I had to be that one and why you had to be that one. And for my journey, it was important to go through that. And for your journey, you had to go through it in a different path. But now we both are in the same. Like, you remember what Iya said? Like when I was saying, I feel like I've been rowing this boat for too long with so much of dead weight and someone drilling holes in the boat. But now I have closure. Like what Iya said. What did Iya say?
He said you've reached the destination. That's what she said.
Yeah, it was crazy amazing. So now we've reached that, and because we have reached that Shiva Shakti thingy, Ardhanari, the half thingy, and it's like, and I feel like it's as if one is matter and the other is energy. Like it's more like that. It's E is equal to MC square basically. And that is needed. So it's not so much like against each other, it is complementing each other. Even Rama and who's Rama? Comes. Dasharatha. Sorry, wrong combination. Krishna.
Yeah.
You should be the one cracking jokes. Come on.
I don't think that is meant to be a joke.
Dasharatha.
Yeah, okay.
Dasharatha.
Continue.
In that sense, also you needed those extremes in characters. Maybe one is an idealist, maybe one is more a liberalist. What if I can say, oh, Rama was Suryavamshi and Ravan was more creative or more Chandravanshi? Like really, that is the polarity we are talking about. And but this is also the kind of connection to karmic thingy. Like there is that balance. Like you need that both sides, and they're not necessarily. Yeah, but it's also like if you sow, you reap. Or if you do something bad will come to you. Like there is also that.
The cycle, the karmic cycle.
So, yeah. That. But more than that, it's like there is that two sides. That's what I'm trying to show about that example. But that's also coming later on. But there is a this and a that. There is always, if there is a this, there is this cushion, and there is the cushion versus the rest of the universe. There is always that thingy.
A rhythm. So everything flows out and in. Everything has its tides. All things rise and fall.
Wow, beautiful. Actually, the first things that came to my mind are about dance. Because rhythm is one about, it was about dancing, music. Music has its own thingy. So right now we are listening to Nagastuti. Yeah, it helps me ground. It really helps me ground when I have my difficult time. Yeah, what was I talking about? So the music, dancing, the power of dancing, what we did on Simmerland stage. I cannot believe how much this is actually about the topic of awakening.
Mm.
Whatever I have written is from my own sort of insights based on my own awakening journey, actually. So it kind of helps you. What I'm trying to say is all these arts related to rhythm, like drumming, flute, or whatever, all these instruments, music, dance. Even I would say painting, sculpturing, everything has its own tempo, so to say, its own combination, so to say, its own ratio, so to say. So there is a that is there, and because that is there, everything flows. There is a katam and an arakam. There is a trough and this thing. If you hear, there is a in and an out. That's right. Like the barcode thingy again. And it can also talk about, sometimes I think our ancestors say, okay, there is a bad time, you had a bad time in your life, now you're gonna have the best time. I feel like the bad time in my life, in our life, is over.
The highs and lows. Yeah.
Do you think that?
Yeah, I do.
Twin flame. Twin flame.
Twin flame, yeah.
Duality.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there is always that rise and fall. I'm also thinking, like in history, you would read about the textbooks, chapter's name would be Rise and Fall of the Mauryan Empire.
Yeah.
Rise and fall of Indus Valley civilization.
No, every civilization, everything in life has had its ups and downs. There's Roman civilization had its ups and downs. Greek had its ups and downs, and everything has ups and downs. So it's a cycle.
Oh, it's a cycle. Oh yeah, I think about the seasons, lunar cycle, menstruation cycle, harvest, those kind of thingies. Like even in tulips are fascinating, because how are they so intelligent to stay dormant for 9 months and then just wake up for 3 months? Oh, I don't know the number. But there is that, it's almost as if somebody has put enough variations and then got so tired that he said, and I'll put it on loop. Like how you would make they're taking the Hobbits to Isengard video, if you know that. Put in the links below. I think so. Okay, next one.
Cause and effect. Every cause has its effect. Every effect has its cause. Everything happens according to law.
What is the first word you feel like associating with that line?
First word.
That comes to your mind. It's like linking words, huh? It doesn't have to be right.
I mean, if you throw a ball to the ground, it bounces back. So
Ooh,
it's
I like
a cause and effect. Yeah.
Newton's law.
Yeah.
Equal and opposite. Oh yeah. Yeah. So that's a good one. And then if you connect it with so above, so below, whatever that thing is, basically, the laws of physics will also be the laws of consciousness.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Because that's the only way it is. Organic is the only way it is. So Newton's law is not only applicable in physics but also in, say, life, in say Earth and the Mars in Earth, or the our manifestations, or DNA, or our choices, or there is a formula. Oh, that's a nice one. There's a formula. And there are variables that you can put in. You can decide those variables, but once you put in those variables, you will get the result is equal to blah blah blah. So it's up to you whether you want to change the variables or not. So basically saying you are the driver of your own life. So if you do things, if you do good things, if you think good thoughts,
then good things come to you. It's a cause and effect. Law of attraction. Gender. Gender is in everything. Everything has its masculine and feminine principles. Gender manifests on all planes.
okay. What's the first idea that came to you?
It's,
First
it's,
example.
no, it's similar
First
to
picture.
it's similar to polarity, right? So gender, male, female. In nature, you have it's duality, right? So in nature also you have something that completes, and that's in a half. If that makes sense.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So, gender, one of the first things that came to my mind is actually the proper gender. So that's the only thing that I got to mind, like male, female sort of thingy. And then if you think about evolution, there was up to a point in time we were all like single cell alive, repeating whatever, basically cloning, and then or like hermaphrodites, whatever, like yeah. So now somewhere evolution decided that it's nice to focus and mold male and female. So there is how do you say, specialization in each, but I don't think that specialization was to specialize us, but that specialization was to sustain life on earth. Basically, if you think about universe and what does it want, it wants to keep on evolving and growing and being the best and continuously improving. That's what is happening, right? So there is a continuous improvement PDCA happening. So this is only like best versions on it. So there is that need to differentiate. So according to nature is proof that gender is a better thing.
What do you mean gender is a better thing? I didn't follow that.
Okay, evolution. Single-celled animals are better than multi. Allah. You understand?
Yeah,
The
but then,
quality of the offspring is better. So evolution-wise, having specialized into genders is a better choice.
how does the gender evolve now? So now we have got the masculine and feminine.
Wonderful question. I love this question. How the gender evolves now is in a way already set by the equations we are in now. Because like I said, there is already a what can we contribute, and based on whatever we contribute, it will evolve in a direction. Which is preset by those variables, like I said, but which we don't know. Because we only know, we can only guess each other's thing below. We don't know what the rest of the human race is thinking. And I think for things to happen, you need that mass critical thingy of population. I think that's what's happening to awakening. So yeah, so this is all about awakening. This is all about consciousness. This is all about spirituality. Yeah. So gender is in everything. Everything has its masculine and feminine principles. Gender manifests on all planes. So even when, so for me, for instance, I'm very confused about my gender because I'm like, how am I different than you? So it's being tagged as a woman for me is like, it makes me feel irritated, like that somebody is actually trying to separate you. That I'm thinking purely in terms of opportunities or responsibilities or payment or I don't know, like you understand, as a human I want equal thing. Yeah, but equality is not the same as I want to be like you, or I like being me, I like you being you, but I also don't want or expect you to be like 100% typical male. Male in the sense that what maybe male maybe the society's concept of male right now could be a very, think about celebrities or the most famous actors, Tom Cruise. Maybe that is society's anybody, let it be anybody.
Reference.
Yeah. But that is not the best. Who decides that's the best, or that is the right thing, or you yourself can be masculine and feminine, and that is not the typical masculine that we're talking about. It is more the traits, I feel. Masculine is more strict and feminine is more flowy. Masculine is more earth and feminine is more flexible. Like could maybe, I don't know, like air or water. And മറ്റേത് would be earth and fire, maybe needed കുറച്ചൊരു ഒരു ഗൗരവം കാണിക്കാൻ, ലൈക്ക് ഒരു because most species മെയിൽ ജെൻഡറിനാണ് മൃഗങ്ങൾ തമ്മിൽ ഇങ്ങനെ അടികൂട്ടില്ലേ, ലൈക്ക് ഫോർ യു അണ്ടർസ്റ്റാൻഡ്, ലൈക്ക് കുമ്പ് and yeah, lions and all that. Yeah, so there are certain features or characters or qualities which are more, I don't want to say feminine and the opposite, I want to say like more red and blue. So actually these are the wrong words, but basically everything has it's also sort of like saying duality, but it's also the same as trying to say that ardhanari thingy. Everything there is matter and energy. On one side you can see matter, the other side you can see energy. It's also like saying we see this maya of a world around us, of things. I can see light bulb, I can see black cushions, I can actually feel it, lift it, my fingers, my dress, your body, everything. Actually if you think about it, it's not matter, it's energy. If you go to the finest detail. Yeah, so basically what I'm trying to say is what am I trying to say? There is a Maya world that you're seeing, feeling, knowing with your five senses, with your brain, with everything, and you think that is it. But it's actually one level deeper. I'm a quality manager doing 8D analysis and 5 eyes and all those things. So I just realized that if you keep doing those whys, then the scope really widens. A problem that you might be seeing in a small team, if you ask one more why, the scope is actually so if there are structural issues which you fix, can cause a lot of advantage. And that's also the thing, there is actually one more why to ask. It's like in this Inception. Oh, this beautiful spoiler alert. In Inception, what if Marilyn Cotillard was right? What if her character was right? What if he had to jump?
I don't remember movie a lot,
Okay,
so
okay.
I can't comment.
But basically, sometimes you might have to take the plunge, and then there's a one level deeper thingy, which is actually for us consciousness. So you have to start seeing the Maya and Unmaya. What is Unmaya? Consciousness. And that is also gender playing. It's sort of saying two sides, or it's complementary. It's all kind of connected. But here gender is more in terms of your appearance or your what you give to the world, or your amma nurturing. You have that connection. But that can also be nurturing. That can also be, I don't know, like it doesn't really depend on you being a woman. That can also be, I don't want to take names, really horrible woman also in this world. But there could also be really kind, loving, caring, nurturing, so to say, males in the society as well. So yeah, that's it.
All right.
So these are the 7 things of the Kybalion.
Do you want to summarize it so that everybody gets what the 7 ones are?
Summary is easy, and that's what my book Blue Apple is going to be. But more on that later. Maybe for now I feel like I might write a very casual book, like how I would be talking to you right now, about awakening for beginners. Would you be interested in listening to it? I mean, sorry, reading to it. Oh, I can also make an audiobook or a podcast out of it. Good idea. What do you want to add, Boko? My platform committee manager for you.
No, I think that's it for today's video. Right? I don't think we should make it video overly big because the people might get bored and switch to something else. So the attention span is not great for a lot of people, including me. So I think.
Are you saying this message for them or for you?
I mean, I'm speaking for myself. That's all I can do, right? I can't speak for anybody else. So I think the videos are already long enough. I think today's message is this. We've started, she started reading the book. And already there are 7 principles, 7 basic principles that we try to speak about. I don't know how much you grasp. But yeah, leave your comments below. And then see you on the next one. Bye bye.
Love and about.
Love and about.